Welcome back to Las Vegas. It is time for the final table of Event 71. It's the $1,000 Ladies Championship. My name is Remko Rinkema, joining you for a 1-hour preview of the action as we got superstars in the booth on PokerGO.com. We'll get to that in just a second as Lon McCarron and Jennifer Shahadi are calling the action over there. A little look around the room here inside the horseshoe. The 25K PLO is on day 2. Star-studded field in that one, including Brian Rast. We got the 10K stud 8 or better also on day 2. And the 1K tag team, one of the most fun events of the summer, is on day 1. There you see the final table of the ladies event in the background. We are on the center stage, and if you want to listen to those beautiful voices, you can do so on PokerGO.com. Once again, my name is Remko Rinkema, joining you here for a 1-hour preview on our YouTube channel. Please don't hesitate. Send in your questions, send in your remarks, and please let me know where you're watching from. Smash that like button and let's have some fun for the next hour or so as we look at the tournament summary presented by Storm X. 1,248 entries in this event, and all eyes right now on Jamie Kerstetter. She's been making runs for many years, still seeking her first WSOP bracelet, and she comes into this final table as the chip leader. 9.3 million chips in front of her, and her biggest rival is last year's runner-up, Shiina Okamoto from Japan, who has 8.6 million coming into this final table. You see the names of the other players at the table, and some of them are looking for a quick double up as Ceci Liao is our current short stack. 32K guaranteed for the final 6. You see the other eliminated players from the final table on your screen, and the top prize for this one, $171,000. So quite a bit of cash up for grabs, 171 times your buy-in. Don't get to say that all too often. All right, let's dive into the action. Let's see what this final table will bring. Shout out to everyone who is joining us here on the YouTube feed. As always, let's have some fun. Action here on Lisa Durden. 6 deuce off here on the very first hand. She is clearly going to sit this one out. Linda Durden, first ever cash at the World Series of Poker. Action folds around to the blinds. Like I said, Shiina Okamoto finished runner-up in this event last year. How insane is it to make your way through a massive field like this on back-to-back years? Of course, reminds me a little bit of Mark Newhouse, who did it in the main event. Dan Harrington, of course, as well. Shiina Okamoto hoping to close it out this year. Nobody wants to finish second twice. Quick bit of action here, bringing us to the turn. All right, arrived on the river here. 400K in the middle. Okamoto, runner, full house after starting with a pair of 4s. Kamber checks behind and is glad to do so, as she will see that this would have been a disaster if she had decided to bluff on this one. By the way, much love to everyone in the chat. We got Russell, one of our trusted moderators. We got Teddy in the house. We got Christy here. I'm sure everyone's excited for the upcoming main event as we look at the chips in play presented by Mezcla. Reds are 5K. The, I don't know, green chips, puke color, kind of hard to say. I do like the way they look. Are 25K, and the beautiful, my favorite ones, the blue/purple ones are 100K. And no, I'm not colorblind, but I feel like colors are always on a bit of a spectrum, up for interpretation. Cecile Ticherfatine from France has caches all over the world. An experienced player as well. As this is our short stack, Ceci Liao. She's going to need some help real soon as we play 40K, 80K, and she has right around the 10 big blind mark. Mor Kamber with a beautiful hand in the small blind, ace-7 of hearts. She's going to at least try and see a flop here, but she's going to attack and get aggressive. Linda Durden here in the big blind with queen-7 off. Let's go. Oh, we got some opinions in the chat about the color of the chips. Heather says the green is avocado. Okay, it's settled. I can live with that. Avocado is a good name for that color. Mor Kamber, product manager at PokerStars, originally from Israel, lives in London, England. Can only imagine the adrenaline coursing around in the veins of these players. I've never been fortunate enough myself to make a WSOP final table, but I've played some events, and I feel adrenaline on day one, so let alone making a final table must be extra special. As we see Jamie Kerstetter, our headliner, one of our coworkers, our colleagues, commentator, poker pro, but above all else, of course, dog mom. Shout out to Newt.
I'm all in.
Here comes Liao with the all-in shove, king queen offsuit. Action folds around to Durden in the small blind, and quick with the toss here, ace-5 into the muck. Very nice. Round of applause from fans / friends on the rail for Liao. Of course, anything can still happen. One double up and you're right back in the mix here. Now picking up the blinds and antes just once gets Cecile Ticherfatine into the short stack. From San Jose, California, originally from China. Action folds around to our short stack in the small blind. Queen 4 off, just over 10 bigs. The question is, do we want to get aggressive versus the monster stack of Jamie Kerstetter in the big blind? And she is just going to be patient and give a walk, and there it is. Kerstetter shows ace-king offsuit. She would have loved some action there, as Jamie's rail is already pounding the beers. Could be a fun night if she manages to close this one out.
Ooh, I'm happy.
Jamie Kerstetter, our chip leader going into today. There's already a lot of buzz surrounding this final table. I expect a pretty massive reel for you. Does that add to the pressure of this moment?
Yeah.
How so?
Can't lie, I'm a little nervous. There feels like pressure when you actually come in with a big stack, which is something I'm not accustomed to ever. Usually I like crawl into a final table with like 4 big blinds. So yeah, there's a little bit of pressure, but as soon as they deal cards, I'll feel fine.
I know you're downplaying your career a little bit, but based on your online poker success in final table after final table there, do you think that gives you a sort of edge going into play today?
I think like getting reps in online makes you more comfortable. Like I'm comfortable with the decisions I make. I don't second guess a lot of those. So that's like, whether I'm right or wrong, I don't lose sleep over it at least. So I think it helps, yeah.
You've been so close before. 2 years ago, you and Corey finished in second. I'm assuming you and Corey are just locked in. I mean, the tag team event is starting today, but you're just focused today?
Bad assumption. On the first break, we're going to run over, register the tag team event. I'm going to see if I can get my couple blinds in there, and then he's going to watch the final table. We're just going to have like whatever we have left of our stack and play.
You guys are true sickos, and I love it. Best of luck today. Thank you, Jamie.
Jeff Platt with an update there from Jamie Kerstetter. She, of course, finished second in the tag team event back in 2022 with Corey Peugeot. Now she has her own chance to go after it, close it out herself. Looking at her results on the felt, on the live felt. She's had 2 runs in the World Series Poker main event, but still no big WSOP final table. So Why not just close it out on the first try? You know, first try, solo, final table. Ace-2 is suited here for Ticherfatine. She's got about 10 bigs, a little more. Can only imagine she's going to make a move here, and there it is, all in announced. Ticherfatine from Paris, France. She's got $500,000 in career tournament earnings, so she knows the drill. Takes it down here with the shove.
I was waiting for it. I don't think they saw it.
All right, Cecile, about to get kicked off at this final table. Give us a sense of what the overall experience of this tournament has been like for you.
That was a very funny tournament, you know, because the ladies are very nice and say every time, good hands, good luck, yeah, they smile, so that's very funny tournament. I like it. You know, that's one of the only ladies event I'm playing because it's the biggest one, of course, and that's very nice because American girls are very, very nice, so I like it, really.
Do you think it will get more serious today, considering what's at stake?
Yeah, I think so, but you can be serious and be nice and be cool and be fun also, you know, you don't have to only be serious. So I think it's so, you know, I'm short stack, so I don't have to be stressed or something like that, so I'm feeling very good.
I see a couple familiar faces already on your reel. Can we expect a pretty loud reel for you today?
Oh, you speak too.
Is
I'm
the
French,
rail
you know,
going
so
to
my
be
English
crazy?
is
The
bad.
French rails are crazy, right?
Yeah, the French rails are crazy, yeah, and even the French team in soccer win.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to be really crazy today, not only about me. So yeah, I think we have a good race today, yeah.
Thank you very much for the time.
So much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Come on, Jeff, slow it down a little bit. Slow it down a little bit. Jumping right back into the action here as France, of course, beat Belgium in the round of 16 at Euros this morning. Not an easy win for France, but they ultimately got the goal. They got the win. Let's see if Cecile can do something similar here on the felt as Kerstetter makes it 160 to go with 10-9 of diamonds, and Kamber in the big blind reaches for a large stack of green totaling 500K. Pressure now on Kerstetter, and she just lets it go. Moving on, next hand, let's go. Mathemagical in the chat said, Okamoto came second in this last year. That's crazy. Yes, it is. It is really crazy. She got second last year. She is currently sitting on a really nice stack as well at this final table. So very impressive back-to-back results for her already. And given the stack sizes, wouldn't be surprised if she goes heads up again with a chance to perhaps close it out this one. I saw Heather in the chat donating 5 PokerGO memberships. Heather, thank you so much. That's awesome. We have a small little community here on our YouTube channel. Allows me to see who our most dedicated fans are. By the way, we've got the main event coming up in just a few days. Donnie and I will be doing commentary on all the day one flights of the main event. And Kerstetter again tries to pick up some chips here. And now it is Okamoto who finds a hand she can give some resistance with. Finds pocket aces on the button. She makes it 430 in position. Action back over to Kerstetter after both blinds presumably get out of the way. Linda Durden here, king 6 off. Yes, also in the muck. By the way, let me know in the chat who you are rooting for. Perhaps a friend or family, or perhaps you're just a fan. Let me know who you hope to see win here as Okamoto chips up to over 9 million, and she now almost tied with Kerstetter.
Oh, yay! They let you out.
Okamoto, architect from Tokyo, graduated from Kyoto University. By the way, if you're new to PokerGO, please know this is a 1-hour preview on YouTube. We do those every now and then to raise awareness for all that we have going on PokerGO.com. Get your PokerGO membership right now. We have monthly, quarterly, and annual plans available, and there is a discount for the annual plan. That is WSOP
160.
YT24. Take $20 off the annual sub. Get you right in there to watch all of our live streaming.
Okay, no worries. I disturb you with my 100. Okay.
Thank you.
Kerstetter is not going to slow down despite getting some resistance here, and this time she gets it through.
You don't win. We don't win. We let in the middle for the next spot.
Couldn't really pick up on those chants there, but she sure got a rowdy rail. Can only imagine that as the night goes on, the rail is going to grow. Perhaps the beers are also going to keep flowing. Main event starting on Thursday, I believe, off the top of my head. 4 starting days. 2 day 2s, and then we roll on to day 3. Action full salute in the Durden on the button. Perhaps an opportunity here for her with 7-8 suited. Actually, let me correct myself here. Wednesday, July 3rd is when the main event kicks off. So we got main event day 1, A, B, C, D on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then day 2 on both Sunday and Monday before the field combines on Tuesday, July 9th for day 3. So a little bit of a look into the future for the main event action.
Raise.
Kerstetter announces a raise and comes over the top from the big blind. Makes it 6:20 to go, and Durden lets it go. For Xander in the chat, who's asking about, can you choose which day 2 you will join? No, you cannot. If you play day 1 A, B, or C, you're going to be on day 2 A, B, C. That's 1 day combining those 3 fields. And then on day 1 D, you're going to get your own day 2 because that is always the largest day. So day 1 D plays day 2 D, and you would have a little bit less time off in between. 1 A will give you the most rest, which is a reason why some players prefer it that way. Cecile Ticherfatine on the button, King Jack offsuit. Here's the shove. Ticherfatine moves all in. Kerstetter finds King Queen offsuit in the small blind. Now Ticherfatine all in for 910K. This could get very interesting here. The French pro is our short stack. It's about a 1/10 of Kerstetter's stack. Now, of course, the range of a player all in on the button for 10 big blinds can be fairly wide. And Kerstetter also knows that the big blind, if Liao decides to get involved here, would not cost her any more chips, only about one extra big blind, so can't lose more than those 11 big blinds. And Kerstetter makes the call, Liao out of the way, and Ticherfatine is all in for her tournament life with King Jack looking for some help. Ticherfatine telling her rail, we need a valet, which is a jack. All right, Chad, let me know. What do you want? The French rail starting chance for a jack. Here comes the flop. It is 10-8-3, 2 diamonds. Kerstetter, the only player with diamonds, very safe for her so far. We can see that 2 other jacks have already been folded. Turn card is the jack of diamonds. Oh my God, Ticherfatine takes the lead, but a diamond hits. So now Kerstetter with 18 outs. Open-ended straight draw and flush draw for Jamie Kerstetter to send Ticherfatine to the rail. What a massive card coming up here. It's the king of diamonds. And Kerstetter makes a flush on the river to send Cecile Ticherfatine to the rail. Unbelievable. What a run out. Poker is a crazy game, ladies and gentlemen. 32K is her share of the prize pool.
Thank you so much.
And we are down to the final
Right,
5.
nice to play with you. Yeah, nice to play with you.
What? Oh.
You definitely warned us that they're going to be vocal.
Yeah. Who were you rooting for?
Huh?
I said, who were you rooting for? I'm kidding.
All my friends are rooting for you. They're calling diamond.
They're like beat some people up.
We're calling diamond.
Oh,
The diamond came.
that's fine.
Kerstetter extending her chip lead. Her and Okamoto so far ahead of the rest of the field. Five players left. Liao, by far the shortest stack here.
I got no cards.
Liao limps in. As Kerstetter's rail slowly growing rowdier and rowdier. Okamoto not having it, no free flops. She's going to raise it up to 180K. And let's listen to an interview that Jeff Platt did with our 6th place finisher, Cecile Ticherfatine, and curious to find out how she feels about her run in this tournament and whether or not she looks back on this with a smile.
Cecile, what a crazy all-in that was. What is running through your mind as we're seeing the cards reveal?
Yeah, that's the crazy all-in because I'm in 70-30 and I coach the jacks on the turn, so it's like, what? And it's the first time in today I'm in all-in situation and I'm covered, so I'm feeling like, wow, that's okay, but no diamonds, please. And the 9 also. And it's like it's poker, so I have the worst hand, so it's okay. I'm fine with this. She has the best hand, so it's okay.
When that jack hit, it was so loud in there. What was it like for you to have that kind of support?
You know, the French support is one of the best. So I'm very happy they come and they ride me. So thank you for all French community to come. And I'm very happy to play this final table. So I wish her very good luck.
And thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Great run at it.
Thank you. Bye.
We tip our cap to Cecile and the French rail, who have now sadly departed. Everybody likes a loud rail. Come on. It's always more fun when there's a bigger crowd, as Jamie Kerstetter gets right back to the action, raising it up with ace-10 offsuit. Shout out to Heather with the $2 donation saying, mods hard at work. Can we give a shout out? Of course. Much love to our moderators at always. Christy in the mix today, along with Teddy and Russell. And you know, they all know we got the main event coming up, so got lots more moderating to do. Kamber, by the way, made the call and flopped a flush here as Kerstetter looks down at top pair and the nut flush draw. Are we going to see massive drama again? This is a huge potential pot. Oh my God. Kamber flopping a flush against the chip leader. Kerstetter flopping what in her eyes might be perceived as the nuts. Kamber just coming with the call. Turn card is the 6 of diamonds. Kerstetter hits the nut flush, and Kamber is still left with some outs despite now having the inferior flush. Open-ended straight flush draw versus the nut flush. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an epic clash on our hands here between two very strong hands. Kerstetter hitting her hand is going to continue firing here, betting 260,000. Kamber perhaps slightly concerned about the fact that there's 4 diamonds out there now. Of course, a queen, king, or ace of diamonds would beat her jack high flush, but she still has 2 pure outs to the nuts. Oh wow, here comes the check raise. Looks like 525. Excuse me, 600,000. 600,000 is the check raise. Kamber leaving herself with a 900K behind. Action back on Kerstetter. Wow. Kerstetter putting Kamber to the test here, making it 1.5 million. This is enough to put Kamber at risk here, who is now deciding for her tournament life with Jack 7 of diamonds on this 4 flush board. Kamber now thinking to herself, is she going to have that queen, king, or ace? Everything going Kerstetter's way so far. Let's not forget 5% equity still for Kamber. 2 cards that could make her a straight flush. So this is not a done deal yet. Whatever she does, she's going to have those outs. If you're enjoying the coverage, please smash that like button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is some very intense poker action. Kerstetter staring at the table, trying not to give away anything. Is Kamber going to find a fold here? Is she really considering it? Kamber looking over at Kerstetter, trying to perhaps pick up on something. Incredibly tough situation here that she finds herself in for her tournament life. And she makes the call, and she's going to have only 2 outs. We can see on the screen here that the 8 of diamonds is dead. Kamber looking for the 3 of diamonds. She has 1 out, 1 card left in the deck. Jamie Kerstetter about to have 13 million chips. 1 card left that can save Kamber, or she will be our 5th place finisher. river card is the 8 of hearts. And Jamie Kerstetter sends Mor Kamber to the rail in 5th place. Kamber can still produce a smile here after a deep run in this event. She finishes in 5th place, taking home $43,000, which is her largest live tournament score in her career.
Thank you. Oh, echt zo.
Nobody likes to go out from a final table, but Kamber went for it with her jack high flush, but Kerstetter on the right side of that one with her ace high flush. All right, moving quick here. We're half an hour into our 1 hour free preview. My name is Remko Rinkema. If you want to listen to Jennifer Shahade and Lon McCarron, they are doing commentary on PokerGO.com. They are covering the whole final table. So if you want to watch that, head on over to PokerGO.com. Use promo code WSOP24YT to take $20 off your annual sub. Ceci Liao, by the way, 2 page jumps. Same goes for Linda Durden and Shiina Okamoto. We are down to the final 4. Ceci will probably be very pleased with the fact that she has not been all in for her tournament life, and she already went up to a payout of $58,910. All right, back to the action here. Let us know in the chat who you're rooting for. Seeing some Japanese poker fans. Okamoto has some support here, which is great to see. Okamoto making a 160 here on the button with queen 3 of diamonds, of course. Excuse me, with clubs. What am I saying? Those don't look alike at all. Linda Durden calls from the big blind, defends with deuces, hoping to hit a set. Flop brings out ace 6-8. Let's see if Okamoto is going to continue with some aggression here, trying to perhaps represent that ace. Quick Fulton Durden here as Okamoto chips up, and Liao and Durden sort of duking it out for 3rd place at this point with how big the lead is for both Okamoto and Kerstetter.
Well, Linda, what a moment this is. We are approaching a World Series of Poker final table. What's running through your mind right now?
Oh, this is just so exciting. I never thought I would be here doing this. I thank my husband who encouraged me to come in and play the game and just see where it goes. It's my first World Series of Poker. So,
what's your poker background? What's led up to this?
I started playing about 13 years ago. It's my brother who got me into it. Actually, both my husband and I into it. And it's just been a fun hobby. And I studied on PokerGO. And
there we go.
Yes, I tell you what, it's great because you get a lot of tips off of that. And that's been very helpful.
And finally, friends and family both here and also watching?
Yes, they flew in today. So yes, I've got my daughters, my son-in-law, and some of his friends are here too. So
Linda Rail in full force. Wishing you the best of luck. Nice meeting you.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
you got it, guys.
Come on, guys. Can I get a let's go Linda in the chat? Here's Dawn on the rail, her husband in support. You gotta love it. You gotta love the World Series of Poker. Playing for the very first time, making the final table of the ladies event. This is the stuff that I live for. I love this stuff. This feels like the World Series of Poker main event. This is the type of story that you'd love to follow. Linda Durden, how can you not root for her? This is phenomenal stuff. All right, meanwhile, we've arrived on the river. The 2 big stacks, tangling in the small one, Kerstetter and Okamoto. Lots of love for Linda in the chat. Very much appreciated. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We have daily highlights on YouTube. Also doing quite a bit of live streaming as well. We'll have the main event day 1 for you for free on YouTube. So you get 4 days of coverage from Donnie, Peters, and myself. We'll have some guests in the show. Can already tell you, we've got Jamie Gold joining us. We've got Patrick Leonard joining us. Espen Jorstad, Daniel Weinman. So it's going to be an action-packed way to dive deeper into poker's greatest event next week as Jamie Kerstetter again rakes in the pot here. great energy in the rail. I was going to say in the chat. Great energy in the chat. The chat energy is great too. Action on Linda Durden here, who's played conservative to start this final table, and that is probably the right approach, especially with Liao being as short as she is. No real need for Durden to take unnecessary risks. Another pay jump looming here as Liao is down to below 10 big blinds. Heather is switching over to PokerGO. I would also recommend you doing that as well, as much as I love hanging out with you guys. Juan McCarron and Jennifer Shahadi bringing you the expert commentary on PokerGO. Kerstetter and Okamoto probably already daydreaming about potentially playing heads up. As Kerstetter, who is a GPI Broadcaster of the Year from back in 2019. She should just put a headset on and do commentary of her own final table. That'd be really interesting to listen to. All right, chat, can I get a round of where you're watching from? Curious to see whether we have the international crowd represented. Durden folding ace-8 of clubs, and now Kerstetter with ace-9, happy to open things up here. Now, the dynamic to follow here that's interesting is Kerstetter versus Okamoto. How much are they willing to tangle here with the two much shorter stacks still at this table? How much pressure will be applied? Of course, Kerstetter has the advantage here, given that she has Okamoto covered by quite a margin. We see 4 deuce 6 roll off the deck, 3 diamonds. Okamoto with the 3 of diamonds, which is a beautiful card on this flop. Kerstetter is going to continue here. Kerstetter bets 90K. Okamoto reaching. She's going to come along here. Okamoto with both a straight and flush draw. Turn card is the 7 of hearts. Kerstetter left with just ace high still. Action goes check, check rather quickly. River card is the queen of hearts. Now, of course, Kerstetter, if she wants to win this one, has to bluff at it. Okamoto with 3s might not be as confident going to showdown, as she missed both her draws. And Kerstetter checks behind rather quickly, giving Okamoto a nice little pot, chipping up. Got people watching from all over. I see Houston, I see Missouri, I see Germany, Atlantic City, Tahoe, Mississippi. We got Vegas in the house. And here's a reminder, if you're just tuning in, Shiina Okamoto finished second in this event last year for 118K. She's looking for some revenge. Perhaps closing it out this year will satisfy her need for a bracelet. Big hand again for Kerstetter, raising it up with ace-king offsuit. Durden lets it go. The bell is already broken. We've got to bring more cowbell. We've got to bring more cowbell to the rail. We need backup cowbells. Oh, there goes half of the bell flying through the room. Corey Pajot here, Jamie Kerstetter's boyfriend, trying to do some repairs here on the rail. Okamoto finds pocket eights. She's going to raise it up. Liao really in the danger zone right now, down to 530K. Everyone, of course, keenly aware of this dynamic, but Kerstetter is going to defend with Jack-7 off. If you're enjoying the chat, please hit that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're here to let you know all about what we have to offer on PokerGO. Nine, 5-3, 2 diamonds. Okamoto betting her pocket eights. Kersetter's going to come along. Jack-7. Ooh, Jack on the turn, turning things in Kerstetter's favor. Okamoto now facing 2 overcards with her pair of eights. Action goes check, check. Ace completes the board on the river.
Jack.
Action goes check, check, and Kerstetter is going to table that jack and take this one down as we give a shout out to Jason Zambricki in the chat, one of our longtime fans of the channel, gifting 5 PokerGO YouTube memberships. It's not the same as a PokerGO.com membership, but it is part of our community on YouTube. You get some exclusive content on demand via our YouTube channel. And, of course, your name is now in a fancy green color. You get special emojis in the chat. We'll add some more during the main event as well. I'm starting to wonder at what point players are going to be tightening up, raising when Liao is in the hand, because she is now closing in on having just 5 big blinds. Liao currently in the big blind, so she's paying that 80K big blind ante as well as the 80K big blind. Kerstetter in the small blind is going to go. Oh, wow. Kerstetter makes it 210. Liao moves all in with King-7 off, and Kerstetter lets it go right away. Liao practically receiving a double up here without going to showdown. Ceci Liao, first ever live tournament cash, and she's made the final table of the ladies event. Phenomenal stuff. 7-6 diamonds for Durden. Perhaps a little concerned about Liao reshoving this. Takes the conservative route. Kerstetter, meanwhile, makes it 160. And Liao goes all in over the top for the second straight hand. Okamoto quickly releases ace-6, and now we're going to get a count.
Probably not calling, but
700 something.
Liao all in for 740, according to the graphic that we see. Confirmed there, 740. Kerstetter is in for 160. Let's see if she's going to make the call here. Kerstetter lets it go, and Liao takes this one down. And look at this. Without showdown, Liao has gone from having only 520,000, now 1,060,000, and she's way back in it. Oh, drink delivery. Perhaps a little caffeine boost there as the rail for Liao is also starting to grow. They showed up at the right time.
what did you say? I got ghost. I'm good.
Jamie Kerstetter let go of that king-6, but the jacks are not going to end up in the muck. Trust me on that one. Raising it up to a 160 again. Just a reminder in the chat here on YouTube, this is a 1-hour preview. We got 13 minutes left. If you want to watch on PokerGO, they're going to have the whole final table, commentary by Lon McCarran and Jennifer Shahadi. And Okamoto here comes over the top for 600K. Are we going to see some fireworks here between the two big stacks as Durden finds 2 6s in the big blind? Linda Durden reaching for those 100K chips. She's got 1.9 million left. Durden really giving it some thought here with 2 6s. Ultimately decides to let it go. Action back on Kerstetter, who quickly grabs some of those beautiful purple chips. Decides to come along for the call. Six, 7, 7 on the flop, and Durden would have flopped a full house. Can you believe it? Action on Okamoto in the small blind. She is first to act. $520 announced here as Okamoto tries to take this one down, but Kerstetter, of course, with the overpair, is not going anywhere. The two biggest stacks clashing here as we go to the turn. Okamoto does have backdoor diamonds, and the 7 hits on the turn. Hindsight 2020, but Durden's full house would have been counterfeit by that 7, as Kerstetter has 7s full of jacks right now. Okamoto is going to continue firing, and we have a really big pot building here. Now, if you're in Kerstetter's shoes, of course, very pleased with the full house. But seemingly the right play to just keep on calling here. Okamoto betting 1 million. And Kerstetter again comes with the call. Now perhaps warning lights blinking in the mind of Okamoto as we head to the river. It is the 5 of diamonds. Kerstetter is going to get the check mark here. The question is Okamoto going to fire again? She decides to check. Action now on Kerstetter. And she checks behind with her full house. Queen Jack tabled here by Okamoto, and Kerstetter shows pocket jacks, and she's going to take this one down. I'm seeing Serge in the chat saying that he can't seem to watch it on the PokerGO YouTube page with the paid sub. If you have a YouTube primetime membership for PokerGO, you can also watch it there. So if you navigate to our YouTube page, there is a primetime section with live videos right now, and you can catch Lon and Jennifer Shahadi on the call there as well. Here's a look at the chip counts. Kerstetter still on top, extending her lead to 15 million. She has way more than half the chips in play. Ceci Liao and Linda Durden are the 2 short stacks, and Shiina Okamoto might need a few hands to recover from that big blow she just took, as Kerstetter wasn't going anywhere with her pocket jacks. All right, a few minutes left here on the free preview. Very much appreciate everyone for hanging out.
Thank you.
Okamoto finds a very playable ace-4 of diamonds. Durden still hoping to continue to ladder up here, waiting for strong holdings to get involved. Can't fault her for that, as Liao is still quite a bit shorter than her. Okamoto takes this one down.
Oh, every hot dog. Yay.
Little look over at the rail, lots of support for the remaining 4 players. Durden looks on King Jack offsuit and reaches immediately. Comes in for the raise to 300,000. There we go. And Liao finds ace king of diamonds. And she moves all in quickly here. Okamoto gets out of the way. Action back on Durden. Big decision here for Linda Durden. Playing her first World Series of Poker after her brother taught her and her husband the game.
Big. No, I was going to say, because the one bet 300, the other's all in for like 800, so I just didn't want a cowbell right now.
Jamie Kerstetter telling her rail to calm down. Big decision. Durden does not want to let this one go. And she does find a way to fold. Well done, Linda Durden. Liao with ace king of diamonds would have had her dominated.
I don't want to break my leg again, but they let you out of the house.
I know.
They let you out of the house.
Yeah,
Hi, guys. I had to give her an out of the house hug. I haven't seen Haley's face in like a month. Oh wow, we should just all play like dailies.
Linda Durden not too happy with having to fold that, but we know that she made the right call there. Very well done.
Oh, sorry. Okay, thanks.
Liao, ace-9 of clubs on the button here. Another chance for her to chip up. Liao moves all in right away, wasting no time. And Liao takes it down. One more reminder here that action will continue on PokerGo.com or on our YouTube Primetime channel in case you're a subscriber there. Lana McCarron and Jennifer Shahadi on the call right there. If you want to subscribe to PokerGo and you get the annual sub, please use promo code WSOP24YT to take $20 off your annual subscription.
Would you like some change?
No,
You don't? Okay.
Thank you.
Actually folded on to Durden, and the small one who decides that A7 is not enough to go with, and she lets it go. Coming up on our final hand here of the free preview. Jamie Kerstetter still maintaining a massive chip lead, 15.2 million chips. Okamoto on 6.7 could double through her, and that would basically even it out. 2-1 over the nearest stack. Action on Durden on the button with 7-5 off. And this will be our final hand of the free preview. Mauricio asking about the YouTube membership. YouTube is always going to be monthly, so there's no discounts for the YouTube Primetime because that goes through YouTube itself. The PokerGo membership, you can do a monthly, a quarterly, or an annual subscription, and the annual is the best deal. I think it comes down to $7 a month. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that it is far cheaper than doing it through the YouTube Primetime membership. So if you love poker and you want to support us and watch all the seasons of High Stakes Poker, WSOP, as well as the World Series Poker main event this year live, then I would say just get the annual. Kerstetter and Liao here involved in a hand. Turn is the 6 of diamonds, as Liao with her pair of 8s is well in the lead here. Kerstetter bets 210K, applying that pressure on Liao, who now has to also consider Durden's stack in her decision making. Liao is reaching. There it is. She is going to make the call. Okay, big one going to the river. Kerstetter still with some outs, but drawing pretty slim here. River card is the king of clubs. Now, is she going to go for it and swing for the fences, or is she going to give this one up and let Liao do either a check or a bet? All right, Kerstetter is going to reach for chips. $550 is the bet from Kerstetter. Big decision for Liao as the third club comes in on the river. Also an overcard to her pair of eights. Big decision here for Liao. If she can figure this one out, she's going to be a real contender. Ooh, and Liao lets it go. Jamie Kerstetter rakes in an absolutely massive pot here. Very well done by her. And this will also conclude our free preview coverage here on YouTube. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please continue watching on PokerGO.com right now. Lon McCarron and Jennifer Shahadi are going to be on the call. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next stream.